I'm worried about climate change and I'm worried about the environment, and I wanted to work in an area where I could be useful and not be working against it.
Even if you've just got a few plants, that's going to make a difference for our local wildlife.
Having green neighbourhoods is good for not just the insects and the birds, but it's good for people.
In Gardens for Wildlife, it's all about every little bit counts, and it doesn't matter if people have a really small garden like a balcony with pot plants, or they have a really big space. Like, even if you've just got a few plants, that's going to make a difference for our local wildlife and helping improve and create more space for them. Supporting and celebrating even those really small things, because in the bigger picture they all make a big difference.
The Gardens for Wildlife, it's a way to connect to the community. So most of the other people who go there are very interested in nature and wildlife too.
I invited the Gardens for Wildlife team to come and help me, identify ways to make the communal space of our apartment block a bit greener, bring a bit more life with birds and bugs and stuff.
We used to live in Blackburn, which is very heavily vegetated. We wanted to bring a little bit of Blackburn with us. We couldn't bring much, but we could bring a few pots and things on our balcony here. Because we've been in the Gardens for Wildlife scheme in Blackburn, we said we'd like to join that. We heard it was going here in Melbourne, so we thought, well, we'll contact them and we'll try and...
We wanted to know about plants that might grow on a balcony. They suggested we go to Billy Nursery, who supplied the local Indigenous plants.
We're an Indigenous nursery here in Port Melbourne. We grow plants that are native to the coast of Melbourne. We've got about 30 volunteers that are here each week, and we grow 180,000 plants a year from 300 or so species that are Indigenous to this part of Australia. Our plants go out to state government projects, council projects, home gardens, everything in between.
I've lived here for about 5 years and I've been gradually reworking my garden bit by bit. So I signed up online. I just had a virtual visit, so it was like pointing the camera around to be like, here's my garden, do you have any advice on things I could do to get more wildlife to come? And definitely gave me things to learn and try to keep logs and rocks and things around for like lizards and beetles. Now that there's more plants and more like mulch and leaf litter.
So after the visit, we write a report. So it's kind of like a landscaping suggestion of what we've talked about, our thoughts on all of the spaces we looked at, and then we'll provide a list of suggested plants that we think will grow really well there. So we write notes of like the soil type, how much sun there is, anything else, the size of the space.
They basically gave encouragement to say, yeah, go for it, do it, which has encouraged people to grow more plants.
So because I already had the bird bath, they did have advice about like putting a dish thing with water, crawling insect and lizards and could get to. My plants weren't as tall, so I put some things in hanging baskets that could add some height for flying insects and on the fence.
There are tiny little birds,
Thornbills, yes.
Thornbills are down in the bushes down there.
I got a currawong one time, came and sat in my garden, and that was exciting. And New Holland honeyeaters, especially because they're very pretty with the yellow patches and things.
We enjoy it. Well, last year we put some tomatoes in. They self-seeded, and this year we started growing lettuce. I think when we came from Blackburn we had the terracotta pots and we took some herbs.
I think it's beautiful to look at. If other people see that, they may well be encouraged to say, oh, I could do that. And it's not hard to do, it's easy to do.